Guys, I am Tanya Cortez and welcome to the Foundation channel. On this channel, I talk about everything complexion and how it relates to more mature skin. I do foundation reviews, foundation wear tests, foundation first impressions. I do some hauls and a couple of things in between. So if you like that kind of thing, please subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Tanya.Cortez. So look, today we are going to be playing in some powder. We are going to be looking at the Patrick Starrr Pump Up the Base One Size Powder Foundation. Excited to try this. So excited. Look, I just got this. You guys seen me haul it. So let's hope for the best on this one. You know, I'm not a huge fan of powder foundations, but you know what? This might change my mind. This might change my mind. So let's get right to it. So if you want to see what this powder foundation looks like on my skin, then keep watching. Roll the credits. Foundation Spotlight. We are spotlighting the Bobbi Brown Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation. This is a water-based foundation. It's oil-free, and if you like foundations that have skincare properties, it has an SPF of 15. It has 41 shades. It's $49, and it's light coverage to a buildable medium coverage. However, one of the ingredients in this foundation is glycerin. So if you don't like glycerin, you might want to stay away from this one. But this is matte and has a nice natural finish. So if this is something that you like, you might want to check this out. They carry this at Sephora online and in store. All right, y'all. So y'all ready to play in some powder? Okay, let's play in some powder. So if you've never been to my channel before, let me just tell you a little bit about my mature skin. I have fine lines and wrinkles. I have hyperpigmentation. I have large pores, lots of textures, some raised moles. So I have a whole bunch of concerns that, you know, that I try to cover or help make, you know, or to make look better with foundation. So I'm really excited to try this powder today. I don't know how much of a fan I am of foundation powders, but I'm going to see if this can change my mind. I have tried a lot. Actually, the Make Up Forever powder foundation is a good one. I like that. Fenty, I like. You just have to be careful with, you know, how much you use, but we're going to go ahead and see how this powder, you know, stacks up to the rest of them. All right. So packaging, real pretty. Has a compact mirror. This is the color that I got, and this is in the color Dark 2 Neutral. I don't know how this is going to work out, but let me go ahead and swatch it. And this is the color. If you are sort of my shade, that's the color I got. And it looks a little darker on my skin than it does in the pan, if you can tell. Looks a little darker. So we're going to get right to it. So let me give you guys the vitals. It has 31 shades. It is a pressed powder formula. It has a matte finish without parabens, medium coverage, it's cruelty-free, it's vegan. It says it's a buttery smooth, buildable, medium to full coverage powder foundation with a multi-use formula, a soft matte finish, and up to 12 hours of wear. It is good for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. It says that it visibly blurs pores. I'm with it already. Fine lines and wrinkles, and texture with a soft focus effect. He must have called me first because I got all of that. So it helps to create a soft focus appearance. Okay, and it also says that it can be used to blot excess oil, set foundation, and touch up complexion. All right, so that is what it is saying. Those vitals are, and it is $33. All right, so those are the vitals. So let's get right to it. All right, so normally I would do a sponge on this side, brush on the other side. However, this didn't come with a sponge. I'm not sure whether I should use it wet or dry. I do have a dry one here, or whether I should use a dense brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see what it's going to be like using a brush. What it's going to be like using a brush or using this sponge. So let's try using the sponge. I'm going to use it on this side first. So let's go ahead and do this side. All right, y'all, so that's this side using this sponge. All right. And just so that you know, I did use his primer, which is a blurring primer, which I don't think may have been a good idea because this is a blurring primer, so it's going to be dry, so may make this look drier than it is. And actually, guys, I burned myself yesterday trying to make some fries. I knew I didn't need them darn fries, so I put the fries in the hot grease all frozen, and it popped and hit me in my face, and I burned my face. So disregard that. So I'm going to go ahead and try on this side with this brush and see if I like it. But the color so far is pretty good. The color is so far so good. Now this is probably what they're considering a medium coverage right here, right? So let's try, I'm going to try this side with a brush and see how this works out, okay? Right, guys, so this is this side. This is this side with the brush. This is this side with this sponge. All right, so guys, honestly, I like the coverage with the brush. This is patchy on this side, so I'm going to use this brush to blend this out, because you probably can't see it, but it's pretty patchy because of the sponge. All right, so this is what it is, just the foundation itself. Okay, so just FYI, don't use a blurring primer with this powder, because it is giving me a really dry look. And I actually made sure that I used a lot of moisturizer this time because it was powder. But this is what it's looking like. All right, and that's just with this little bit. Of course, you know, how much do you really want to build powder up? Okay, let's do the light test and see what this looks like under light, okay, without any light. All right, so this is without the light. I think it looks really good. Tell me what you guys think down there. This is what it looks like without the light. And what do you guys think about the color? All right, so let's take a look at the texture right here on this side. You guys know that have been watching me. You know this is my better side. I don't have as much moles on this side, but I still have a lot of texture. But it's just a little bit better on this side than this side. I have more moles and everything on this side. However, I do feel like it did blur the pores. It's not making my face feel tight or anything like that. It's not making it feel like itchy crawly. I do feel like it does look powdery. It's not like quite melting in the skin yet. I don't know if I have to wear it for some time to let the kind of oils break through and get all involved in it, but it feels to me like it looks powdery on, you know, on everything. So the moles that I have and everything, it looks like it's sitting on top of those moles pretty good, you know. But on this side, it does look pretty flawless. I mean, the reality of it is this: I have texture on my skin. It's only but so flawless it's gonna look. All right, guys, so I'm back. So now, I wasn't supposed to be ready to go anywhere. I was supposed to just put on some blush, some lip gloss, and put a little eyeshadow on and everything, and then come back and we could talk about it. However, I had to help my husband do something, so I was gone a little bit longer, 4 hours, than I expected. So because of that, it ended up being a small little wear test. So I've had this on now for about 4 hours or so. And then you can start to see the oils that have come through the powder. I'm not sweating or anything. I didn't blot it or anything like that. But I noticed that I started to see a little coverage go away. But the powder itself just started to absorb into my pores and let some of this oil come through, like right around in my nose. It started letting some of that oil come through, as you can see right here. And so it broke the powderness, the powdery look of it up. And so I'm going to show you guys what this looks like without the lights on. All right, so this is what it looks like without the lights on. So as you can see, it just got a little, and it's not even what I would call shiny. It's just kind of like your oils broke through for the most part. It's just like your oils broke through. Because this powder is said that it's a versatile powder and you can use it for a couple things, what I did was I put on a light coverage, well, not really light coverage, but I put on a medium coverage foundation, and I used this powder to set it, to see what it would look like as a setting powder, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put the comparison of this foundation freshly applied with no other makeup on, just freshly applied, and the foundation with the powder as a setting powder. I'm gonna put it right here. So honestly, you sort of can't really see a difference, you know what I mean, too much, until your oils and stuff start coming through and it starts to settle in on your skin. Then I think it starts to look pretty. I do think that it blurred the pores some, but at the same time, I told you guys that I have on his primer too, which is a blurring primer, in which I love his primer. So between that primer and this powder, I don't know for certain which one is doing all the blurring, or whether it's a little bit of both. But I do like it. I'm not going to tell that story. You know, I do like it. It's perfect if you have oily skin with not a lot of texture. I'm not saying it looks bad on the texture. I'm definitely not saying that. But, you know, whenever you have texture on your face and you're dealing with powder, you know, you always kind of get that, okay, wait a minute. You know, you just always want to go in and tread lightly when you're dealing with powder and texture. It's definitely good if you like this kind of thing. You know, if you like powder foundations, I think that you would like this. I do like Makeup Forever better, because Makeup Forever is more dense. It's like more chunky, like it has more weight to it. This is really, really fine, but this is really, really powdery, so, and thin. The Makeup Forever, if you're gonna wear it as a foundation, I like that. It has a little bit more, it's more robust. It has more of a, you know, thickness to it. So if you wanna wear it as a foundation, I think that's a good one. I like the way that one, I just like it. So if I had to choose between this one and Makeup Forever, I would definitely have to choose Makeup Forever. But I'm not saying that this is not a good powder. It's definitely a nice powder, but I would probably use it as a setting powder because of how it blurs and how pretty it does look. But guys, give it a shot. It's affordable. I think that, you know, that you may like it a lot. So these are just my opinions, guys. Based on just my type of skin and that kind of thing, just my opinion. But this was my first impression in a little bitty itty bitty wear test on the one size turn up the base powder foundation. Guys, I hope you liked the video, and thank you so much for watching. And remember, stay safe. Bye.